Good morning, Ron, and good morning, everyone. It is Monday, April 27th. Here's what's happening. We are learning more about the man accused of opening fire at the White House Correspondents' Dinner over the weekend. Suspect Cole Allen lives in the Los Angeles suburb of Torrance, where FBI teams executed search warrants over the weekend, along with questioning family members and going door to door in the residential neighborhood. Allen is in police custody and expected to be arraigned on federal charges today. President Trump spoke to CBS News' 60 Minutes about the alleged gunman.
You know, some of these people, they may be crazy, but they're not stupid, and they figure things out. He ran 45 yards, they say, and he just went to it, and then, boom, he popped through it.
Trump said the man's speed was rather incredible. He was asked how the man got even close, though the place was surrounded by security, with Trump saying the man just took off through the metal detectors. Archbishop Paul Coakley of Oklahoma City and president of the USCCB released a statement on Sunday condemning violent political acts. He said, quote, "Because human life is a precious gift, there is no room for violence of any kind in our society." He also praised law enforcement and said he's grateful no one else was seriously harmed. Buckingham Palace says King Charles and Queen Camilla's visit to the U.S. this week will continue as planned. It comes after the palace said the king was greatly relieved to hear that President Trump, the First Lady, and other dignitaries were unharmed at that shooting on Saturday. The British monarch is set to address Congress on Tuesday before being hosted by President Trump for a state dinner at the White House. Trump says they will commemorate the 250th anniversary of the United States. A federal appeals court is blocking the Trump administration's effort to ban migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border from seeking asylum. Judges from the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit ruled 2-1 on Friday, effectively blocking a proclamation Trump signed on the first day of his second term to combat what he described as an invasion at the southern border. The judges determined the ban ignored laws enacted by Congress, and they upheld a July 2025 ruling arguing that the president overstepped his authority in severely limiting asylum for migrants fleeing danger and persecution. And the U.S. State Department will help fund a restoration of the St. James Church in Cuajara de Varangas in Bolivia, which has the popular nickname of the Sistine Chapel of the Andes. Inside the church, the architecture and murals tell the story of Bolivia. The project will include repairs and waterproofing of the church's thatched roof, along with other structural supports. The funds are coming from the U.S. Department of State's Cultural Preservation Fund. And that is the news this morning. I'm Matthew Handley. Back we go now to Toledo. Here's Ron, Dave, and Pat.